Okay, welcome back everyone. It is January 12, 2026. Welcome back to more Wasteland Adventures with Felagar. And I'm in a different place right now because I just wanted to, show this, what I consider to be important conversation between Nick and I. What I did was I did some, I think actually you might have seen it already, or at least, if you haven't seen the video, then you at least, seen the upload that I have it. But I have sort of like a new series called Scrounging the Wasteland, and I did some off-camera, scrounging and scavenging for junk, for components and things like that. And one of the things I discovered, or one of the places, was this root cellar. I did not record this, but there's an enemy in here named Wayne Gorski, which I think there's a hockey player named Wayne Gretzky, so I think that's who he's supposed to be. And I just wanted to show this quickly. I will kill him fast. I better turn that off. Okay. Oh. Okay, this is the guy. Okay, Wayne Gorski. I did all of this already, and when I unlocked this computer, I gained enough, I guess, disposition with Nick Valentine that he wanted to explain more.
There we go.
More about his story. See, he admires me now at this point. So now he wishes to speak with me. Where is he?
I think we ought to talk.
Yeah, right here.
What's wrong?
Wrong? Oh no, nothing's wrong. We've just been traveling a while now, and I figured there hasn't exactly been equitable distribution of information. I've gotten a decent glimpse into your dirty laundry, but you still don't really know a whole heck of a lot about me. I figured I'd offer
thought
to
this was
balance
important.
the board. So, anything you want to know?
What's with the outfit?
After I started the agency, it just seemed like the sort of thing a detective ought to wear. I got some old memories, pre-war. Faded to all heck of guys dressed like this, doing what I do. Putting on the hat and trench coat, I figured it'd let folks know I was serious about the whole thing. Clothes make the man and all that. Guess I felt they made me the man I wanted to be.
What do you remember about the Institute?
It's all pretty hazy from back then, but now and then I get glimpses. Life inside the Institute, they keep you isolated. A single test chamber was my whole world for years, and someone was always watching. Then one day you wake up on the other side, and that's it. They've cut you loose. Welcome to the brave new world, with such people in it.
So who are you, Nick?
That's a question I've been trying to figure out myself for a long damn time. I know I'm a synth, authentic Institute handiwork, but I'm still mechanical, not bioengineered like the fancy synths giving everyone the willies these days. I get tune-ups now instead of checkups. But my memories, my personality, they're all lifted from some cop who volunteered for an experiment back before the war. They scanned his brain and copied it onto the hardware that runs between my ears. I don't know why they chose to make a robot based on some pre-war cop instead of a math genius or a bioengineer. Hey, maybe that's why the Institute tossed me in the garbage instead of turning me into one of their people snatchers.
Wait, the original Nick was from my time?
Sure was. Which meant when I finally ended up out here, it was quite the rude awakening. I remember waking up one day in a garbage heap, a body in tatters and a head full of memories belonging to a man who'd been dead for 200 years. Suffice to say, it was a confusing couple of weeks. Folks didn't really know much about synths back then, so when I finally ran into people, they mostly treated me with caution rather than hostility. But the kids, they weren't afraid. I think his name was Jim. The first person to actually speak to me after I got the boot from the Institute. My first human contact in this world. Grilled me for an hour. Once they'd seen I wasn't gonna hurt anyone, the other folks in the neighborhood came out to ogle the mechanical man. It eventually turned into a pretty swell soiree. The local mechanic even gave me a once-over, free of charge. Those people, they treated me like a human being. I've been trying to return the favor ever since. It's a surprisingly rare trait out here sometimes. It's something I've noticed you got a fondness for. Part of the reason I've stuck around this long.
Okay, and you'll really notice, next time it goes into a cutscene with him, a close-up of him. And this is the interesting thing about Nick Valentine, and I'm talking about visually the way he looks. Part of me wishes that maybe he, because he's been around now, like that as a synth, he would have maybe cleaned himself up a bit, because he looks very, worn out, or worn down. You could see around the neck area, his skin, synthetic skin, is coming off, and he has, I don't know, like mold and stuff coming out of him. He's in rust, maybe, I don't know, but so I kind of wish maybe he made himself look, kind of new. He said he gets tune-ups, but on the other side of that, I think it's also part of the charm that he looks the way that he does. So it's, it's sort of like a double-edged sword. I don't know if that expression works for this, but that's how I feel about it.
Where's that town? We should go visit.
Tried to go back and say thanks once I'd gotten myself established.
Yeah, it's all very
the place
cool.
was wiped off the map. Raiders. Don't know what happened to the people.
Yeah, and I love how the in-game cutscenes utilize the game engine graphics. It's not like a whole separate CGI thing.
If you're good to people, they'll be good back. That's something I've always believed.
Couldn't agree more. Well, I expect you're about as bored as can be listening to me rattle my skeletons. You should probably
I liked
head out.
hearing about your past. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reload or load up the game where, I already did, a whole bunch of scrounging and building up my red rocket. And I'm going to pretend that, and here it is. Yeah, I'm going to pretend that settlers had come, to the Red Rocket and were building the place up while I was away. So when I go visit there, you'll see. So I won't really do a complete tour because it's not completely done yet. But so let me pause it. Okay, so what are those? Oh, there they are. Okay, so here I'm back at Sanctuary, and oh shit, she's really taking off. I don't know if I think it was around here somewhere in Sanctuary, where I left off. Oh. Okay, well. It's okay. Well, anyways, yeah, that's how my red... Oh, yeah, there's some people up there. Okay. Huh. Yeah, that's how my red rocket looks like right now. After, the settlers, have been upgrading it. How far the settlers came, but really it was me. I did that, but just to roleplay. So let me quick save it, and I know that the last episode, which was at least a few days ago, when I record it, at least I think it's actually a little bit more than that, but when I recorded, for the story, actually let's playing it, that was some days ago. But I believe that Preston Garvey gave me a quest to go to the castle and retake the castle, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I think because I'm with Nick Valentine, as my companion, I'm going to pretend that I think I was with Piper the last time you saw. I told Piper to just run back to Red Rocket and get a message out through, I'll just pretend there was a radio. I think he might have been in Diamond City or wherever, or maybe I think I sent him back to Red Rocket. I told Piper to go back to Red Rocket, told her to stay behind and to relax for a while, and send Nick Valentine, to keep me company. So that's why Nick is with me. I'm going to do this one, Mechanical Menace, and this is really cool. Okay, my Pip-Boy is picking up a distress call signal. I should listen to it to see what it says. Yeah, I think this is cool because, since I have Nick and I learned that little bit about him, to kind of keep the theme with synths and robots. Is this the one? Caravan Distress. Oh, here it is.
This is an emergency broadcast. Our caravan's under attack by hostile robots and needs some serious help.
Here we are.
We're just east of Watts Consumer Electronics. If anyone in the vicinity can come help, now's the time. Ada, loop this message.
Yes, sir.
Wow, okay.
This is an emergency broadcast. Our
Oh, no, we need that. So right over there, not too far away. I do have one supply line active, which is from Red Rocket to County Crossing. But eventually I'll do a tour, or give a tour, of my Red Rocket when it's completed. I don't know, maybe I should also do one now so you can kind of see the changes. Because I know I can build more things, the more higher my level, and depending on what perks I pick, I can build different things. So as I was scavenging around the area, I unlocked maybe at least 4 or 5 different destinations. So that's why I think the last time you saw it was level 13 or 14. I'm now level 16. And that's just from, killing enemies along the way, from scavenging, not doing any of the quests. And whenever you craft things, you get XP. Whenever you uncover or discover a new location, like right here and here. And there was like a hippie, Mr. Handy over here, but when I accessed the computer, he just took off somewhere. I didn't send him anywhere, but he just just took off. So, but that's, you know, to give you a couple of examples of places that I've been to. And that's how I leveled up. You know, that's why I'm at level 16 and I'm actually almost at 17. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to go with Nick because I felt, you know, he was more useful. I usually go with Piper. I've always gone with Piper in the past, but you know, I really found, you know, Nick Valentine to be very useful, and then just learning that bit about him makes him all the more interesting. Oh, okay. Okay, fighting robots. So I'm not sure what they might be weak to, but could be that. Here's another weapon that I found. I found this to be useful too.
Damage sustained.
This is a very cool weapon. Pipe up, blow up. Ah, Ada. Okay.
Yeah, gone far. Snoop 'em out. Looks like they flew the coop.
It's just crap. Okay. Let's see how much damage this does against them. Okay, this one is not too bad. Oh yeah, good, good.
You! Stop! Damn. Vanished. You're in for it now!
these cooked red chunks. I'm not sure how I can tell if it's cooked or not.
My friends did not survive the attack. Thank you for assisting. I was certain to meet my end here as well.
Yes, of course.
Are you okay?
Thanks to your timing, my diagnostics show only superficial damage. I wish I could say the same for my late friends.
Okay, so I failed that persuasion check.
I'm sorry for your loss.
My name is Ada. This was the third time we've been attacked by robots like these. Even with the weapon and detection upgrades Jackson gave me, I was unable to defend them.
Who's Jackson?
Jackson was the leader of this caravan. He had a great mind for technology. In many ways, he is my creator. He installed all my current upgrades. Unfortunately, they were not enough to protect them from the robots.
Now, I know some people have an issue with the way the dialogue is for Fallout 4, how it's kind of dumbified or simplified into just generic descriptions of what you're going to say. You're upgraded, targeting you for a reason, instead of having 5, 6, 7 sentences of, full, complete sentences of what you can say, which is also the way, with games such as, like Pillars of Eternity or, like the Baldur's Gate series, things like that, those old school CRPGs. But in this instance, for this game, I feel that this kind of setup works for it, because it is, fully voiced. And even though it kind of limits, the freedom of saying, into detail, like what you really want to say, or, it lacks, being able to go into more detail about, what the things you want to ask. I can at the same time understand that, they can only record a certain amount of dialogue, and it's all pretty much to the point, I feel. So instead of having to, ask too many questions and being stuck on the dialogue screen for so long, I think this works out.
You're upgraded?
Yes, modified using a robot workbench based on prototype schematics. The workbench allows for a wide range of robot modifications. Perhaps if I had more sentry bot-based defenses, I could have successfully defended my friends against those robots.
Tell me about these robots.
They roam the Commonwealth and claim to be restoring order. We've seen them fighting raiders, but they've also attacked innocents, settlers, merchants, and caravans like ours. We knew we ran the risk of encountering more of these hostile robots if we stayed in the Commonwealth. If only we had made the decision to leave.
You couldn't have known something like this would happen.
The probability of attack was high. I should have forced our departure. In recompense, I will seek justice for my friends and stop these robots from causing further harm. It's time to uncover the source and confront their leader, the Mechanist.
Yeah. See, now, that's what I wanted to say or to add to it. I was trying to find the right words to explain why this style of dialogue works for this game versus those classic CRPGs. It gives it, and because it's fully voiced, it gives it that more cinematic feel to it, and that's also very cool. But at the same time, I feel like it doesn't diminish the immersiveness of being in the game. So I think it's a perfect balance.
Who's the Mechanist?
The only information I have comes from the iBot broadcasts.
I've done
The false
this
claims of
already
peace and
before in the
justice.
past,
The
years
only
ago,
certainty
but
is that these
it's been so
robots
long.
bring only death. You have shown willingness to aid others. I ask that you please assist me in stopping this Mechanist. In return,
Of
I can
course.
give you the schematics to build your own robot workbench.
Oh,
so you have
that's...
additional resources in this undertaking.
Yes. Don't you want revenge?
What's a robot workbench?
The robot workbench will allow you to create and modify your own robots, given enough resources.
That's cool. That's another thing, from a just a personal standpoint and RP standpoint as well, is this, because of this, how it's set up, I don't have to voice my character because my character is voiced. So it's kind of refreshing to, just really make it feel like a cinematic, to have that cinematic experience. Instead of me trying to say something, which, I sometimes I feel like I try too hard when I role play, and at times it can maybe come off a little cheesy, but I'm really trying to make it sound cool or badass or something. So this is, better.
I'll do it.
I wish I had the proper vocal registry to express my gratitude. Now, we last saw a group of the Mechanist robots at the General Atomics factory. You may find
Okay.
information there that will lead us to the Mechanist. I will follow and assist with your permission.
Yeah, let's go, Ada.
General Atomics has valuable salvage. Chances are high the robots are still there.
Okay. All right, so I'm sending Nick back to Red Rocket. But I think I will also go back to Red Rocket because, yeah, look at that. I can create my own robot, so I think I might just go ahead and do that. So I'll save it. General Atomics. Even though it's close by, you can now build a robot workbench. Yes, yes, yes. I like that. So I will head back to my red rocket. And I think I will, you know, build that robot workbench off camera, but I won't actually start on, you know, constructing my robot until the next episode. I think I'll save it for that. Oh wow, yeah, my fusion core is about to go. Is there a way to recharge fusion cores in this game? I can't remember. I feel like this whole Mechanist quest line, at the end of it, it gives me a fusion core charging station. But I could be thinking of, you know, just Fallout 76. This is good. Yeah, really good. Yes, and there's my red rocket. Okay, so that's it for now, and see you.